right, he got me. We're live for the first time ever on the number 2 show. I'm your host, Rafe Williams, and is this going to be a shit show? It looks like it. It does look like it. I'm not going to lie to you, but we're going to try our best to have some fun with you guys and give you some shitty advice, crappy advice, or talking shit. I don't know what this segment's going to be called yet, but I'm joined by my best friends, the Brain Trust, my partners in crime from the Rizzuto Show. To my right, in the double-decker stall, taking a deuce, Moon Valjean and Learn, everybody.
The poo partner.
Hey-oh, all right.
Yeah. You know what? I really actually do like this. We should figure out
how to do this.
Yeah.
We'll get on the same schedule.
partner pooing. Seems like she's on the phone. She's doing the scrolling for me.
Yep.
I love it.
Got an armrest.
We got armrests. They're kind of
It's all
leaning.
good.
It would be easy to help each other wipe, too, honestly, if you could get... But if you don't like peanut butter on your fingers, Moon, I definitely
I'm not
wouldn't
there yet.
start there. Oh, God.
I'm not there yet.
And to my left, the hostess with the mostest, the queen himself, queen of St. Louis, queen of my heart, Scott Rizzuto, everybody.
I'm literally playing a game on my phone as if I was like actually on the toilet. Well, I am on a toilet.
You
So
are.
I'm crushing some candy right now because this candy ain't going to crush itself.
That's right. We just got done doing 4 hours of radio. We were like, hey, you know what we should do? We should talk into microphones more. And let's make it harder on ourselves by doing it on a live stream video that we've never done before. But so far, it seems like people are seeing it. It seems like it's going well. So this segment, St. Louis, if you're listening, all right, I'm going to give you the phone number right now. Don't abuse it, but the phone number to call in for advice and advice only. Listen, this is a section we want to learn about you.
It's about
okay?
you guys.
That's right. It's about you. And we answer tons of emails and questions about ourselves. We want the city of St. Louis and everyone watching to get to know our listeners a little better. So if you're having a problem, just something you're trying to figure out, maybe it's your love life, maybe you're thinking about switching jobs, maybe you just can't figure out where the voices in your head are coming from. Hey, give us a call, and we promise you we'll give it almost no thought and give you the shittiest advice you've ever had.
True.
So if you want some advice from us, please call 314-827-6029. That's 314-827-6029. Our operators are standing by. And by operators, it was going directly to my cell phone.
I was going to ask you, are there actually operators here?
No, I have my cell phone duct taped to the wall of this bathroom stall, hooked to a tiny little microphone. And when somebody calls it, we're going to answer it. And we're going live in real time. So
Well, let me look. We got a glory hole between us. Let me see what
we do. All right, everybody, join hands.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Full bellies,
phone is-
empty colons,
Two fingers.
can't
taped
lose.
to the wall.
2 fingers, because that makes sense.
2 fingies in a glory
Okay. I'm very uncomfortable.
hole. And I believe management is on its way to shut this down. So
Yours
You're
in the
never
hallway.
doing that again.
Hey, Wildly, this is my after-show poo time, and I really have to go, and this is a very confusing
This is a
scenario.
non-working toilet moon.
all right,
just
I
so
got
you
my
know.
first
I know.
phone call. Laura Tipton, you are live with Talking Shit. What can we help you with today?
All right, what do you guys suggest?
Hold on. Who is this? It said Laura Tipton on my phone. No offense. I know it's 2023, but you don't sound like a Laura to me.
No, that would be the wife's phone who pays the bill.
The guy's got his phone under his wife's name.
I think we know his problem.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, what can I help you with, pal?
What do you do about a neighbor who, sorry for Lern, who's going to have to hear this, who has a cat who lets it roam the neighborhood, but will occasionally be found inside my garage on top of my vehicles?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's get into it. Is that it?
Yeah, well, I've already said something to the neighbor who we really don't get along with.
Okay. All right, let me repeat the question for those of you listening in case you can't hear the speakerphone on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. What do you do if you live in a neighborhood? And I feel like Lern is probably going to take the lead on this one. What do you do?
Can I because I got the perfect answer.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will
you're
argue
dealing
with
with
him.
this. So here's the question. I'm going to rephrase it for the listeners out there. We got a cat problem. We got a neighbor with a cat roaming the neighborhood that this caller finds in his garage, perched on his vehicle on a semi-regular basis. They've already tried talking to the neighbor. They don't get along. What is the solution? Scott Rizzuto.
You got a bigger cat, and I'm talking something like a lion, and you just sick it on their house. And next time they have their garage open, you send that lion into their garage, and they'll see how it feels to have an unwanted animal in their garage, on their car. I don't know if it's going to kill them. Not my problem.
Okay, well, that's one way you could do it. But the other way, I mean, it sucks for the cat owner too, because, you know, they are probably letting their cat free roam, which means that they're probably getting into all sorts of people's garages. And so, I mean, there's nothing you can really do. Maybe close your garage door more. Because I've been there. I've had neighbor cats come over into my garage and like stay overnight because we didn't know that they were in there.
And why do they now have to close their garage? Because somebody can't take care of their cat.
Well, I mean, I agree. I don't think cats should be roaming around the streets, but I can't help that. I mean,
he's got a rotten neighbor. So you got to do,
Dude.
if you can't get a lion, which, okay, I would go on a campaign to make that neighbor move. Make their lives miserable. Make their lives miserable in that neighborhood until they go, we can't live here anymore. Problem solved.
Moon, you got a solution over there.
Well, I'm thinking two things. One, what type of car? And I think that matters. And two is, man, just be thankful, dude, that you have a garage. You know, not everybody has a garage.
God.
That's pretty good.
Well, I have the actual solution. Rather than being thankful that you have a garage, buy a giant mouse costume. Put it on. Fuck with this cat's head, right? Change the power dynamic. This cat comes in your garage. He's on top of your car. You come out dressed like a full-on rodent, and you fucking chase this cat all over your garage. You make threats. You threaten him or her and their family, okay? Next thing you know, word gets around the neighborhood. He goes back to, I assume the junkyard, because I watched all them Heathcliff cartoons. That's where the cats hang out.
Yeah.
He tells all the other cats, hey, don't go in this guy's garage anymore. And I guarantee that will work. You chased it all the way back to your neighbor's porch, which is very much a power move, right? You say you already don't get along with the neighbor. You show up in a full-on rodent costume. You've scared the bejesus out of their cat. The message will be received.
Just steal the cat.
Whoa.
Oh, straight up.
Whoa.
Be a cat
Okay.
pervert and just steal their
Thievery.
cat. You know, I mean, because that's what I
Cat
should have done.
pervert.
You're a cat pervert.
Here's a
Man.
good time for a disclaimer for the number 2 show. We do not advocate the stealing of animals and or any other felonies you may want to commit in
I
the
will
process
steal
of
the cat.
following our advice. With that being said, we conclude this disclaimer and the end of this discussion roundtable on what to do with your neighbor's cat. I got another call coming in. Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, you are live with the number 2 show. What can we help you with today? What's your name, first of all?
Name's Chris. How's it going?
Hey, Chris, how are you, buddy?
Not too bad. I'm on break right now at work.
Okay.
And
As a air traffic controller, I assume?
no, actually, as a trucker.
As a trucker?
Oh.
Cool. You had a Loves, man? Pick me up a snow globe with like Donald Trump and a eagle in it or something, will you?
If they have one, I'll get it for you.
Thanks, buddy. What can we help you with today?
So, I want some advice on basically dealing with my wife's sister's spouse is a know-it-all cunt.
Whoa!
C drop.
Whoa, dude. Good thing we're not on the radio. All right. Well, I can see that you're used to handling things with kid gloves, so tell us what the problem is.
All right, so wife's sister?
Wait, I think there's more to this. Hold on. Is there more to this?
Wife's sister's spouse.
Okay.
Wife's sister,
You know,
spouse.
they-
Is this a woman or a man?
They are a man.
Okay.
But they go by a they, first off.
Okay. Which is okay.
They basically feel the need to, like, let's say you have an opinion on something, and you think, oh, this is a great thing, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. They will always feel the need to interject their own opinion, stating, oh, well, here's the reason why it's wrong, or here's the reason, like, I don't think it's this, but it's actually that. You know,
Contrarian point of view.
yeah.
So you're
yeah.
so you're dealing with a sister's. So we're dealing with a sister's spouse who constantly has a contrarian point of view and is a kind of a negative Nelly, for lack of a better word. Does that sound right? Do I feel like you feel like I've encapsulated it in a nutshell?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with the other side. Moon, Lern, what do you got on this?
Man, sometimes it depends on really how often you got to see this person. If there's a lot of family interactions and all that kind of stuff, you just have to maybe run the risk of being the outcast and grab your beverage at whatever outing this is and find your own little room or find your own little part on the porch and just keep the peace, man. Because I don't want that guy ruining my surfing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just living life. I'm just loving it. So you just kind of clear your own space. because chances are it's going to work itself out somewhere down the line.
Yeah, and just like you have an opinion of this person, like they probably have an opinion of you that is probably also a little obtuse, I bet, like where you're coming off in a way that you don't perceive yourself as. And so, I mean, yeah, you got to keep the peace. Your family at this point, like you got to figure out how to coexist. But also that person should go into radio. I mean, they sound like...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, dude, we know a lot of those guys.
I was like, wait a second, do they work at Hubbard?
Yeah, people say the same thing about us, but we're paid to do that.
Right.
That's our job over here. But yeah, it's not at the family Thanksgiving. That's a rough spot, dude. Sorry, man.
Well, let's flip it over to my left, where I bet we're going to get a contrarian point of view on this.
Yeah, I think you guys should fight. I mean, actually,
the mouse.
fist fight.
If I may, for context, they currently actually don't have a job. So.
All right, well.
So the scheduling of the fight will be easy.
Yeah.
No, do it during the next family gathering. And do you think you could take this person?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you think you could physically take this person in a fight?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, this is
Hell
a
yeah.
no-brainer.
Okay.
This is a no-brainer. So go to like Dick's Sporting Goods and just buy 2 sets of boxing gloves. And next time they come over, just say, "Hey, it's on," and then we just go to the yard and just start fighting. Put up your dukes. I think that's how we settle this.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And God
Well,
bless.
hold on. I got to give my opinion on this. I was trying to read a text and monitor the chat, but I do have a thought. I kind of agree with Rizz, although I don't think you should get formal boxing gloves. I think you should settle it the way I used to make my little brothers settle a fight. It sounds like you guys kind of fight like my little brothers used to fight, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. Just go out in the yard, get some A-Team or He-Man winter gloves, like mittens, and you each get to wear one. Since you seem like you're physically dominant, you have to pick your non-dominant hand. They're allowed to use their dominant hand. And then you put one hand behind your back and you just beat the shit out of each other until you can come to some kind of common ground on things you can agree on, and I think do it on Thanksgiving Day in front of the whole family. Instead of a football game out in the yard, I'm with Rizz. I say you put a turkey leg at stake and you go out and you duke it out. And that's definitely the one and only way to handle this in a mature way.
Yes. And might I add, maybe to piggyback on your solution, is to do the Van Damme style where we tape our hands, then dip them in glue,
Bloodsport.
and then nails,
And glass.
Yeah.
and glass.
No, you do it like they did in
Kickboxer.
Hot Shots Part 2. And you gummy bears and sprinkles
right,
and all that stuff.
That's right. You dip it. It's going to be Thanksgiving, so you dip in a gravy.
That's right.
And then you crunch it into that, whatever they put on top of green beans that nobody wants to eat, those little caramelized French onions. You get
Those
on
are
there.
delicious.
Those
Good.
crispy onions, get out of here.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And then if you get your ass kicked, you know what? At least it tasted good.
You can't have onions, right? That's why you hate those.
You're right. I am you know what? I hate onions. I said it, America. All right. Good luck, buddy. I hope you don't go to jail.
Thank you guys. All right, thank you guys. Have a good rest of your morning.
All right.
Hey,
You too.
all right.
We got another call coming in. Let's see who we got. Hello, you're live with the number 2 show. Shitty Advice. How you doing today?
Well, first off, this is Electric Outcast from the Ratio chat room.
What?
He was introducing
This is
himself, right?
Electric Outcast from the Ratio chat
Oh,
room.
hello, Electric Outcast.
What up,
Sorry,
yo?
I couldn't quite- I also am hearing the beeps of people trying to beep in. This is not a flawless system, so I'm sorry, EO. How are you, buddy? How's life, man?
I don't know. Well, I'm doing all right. I've just been spending the morning just grocery shopping while listening to you guys, so that's why I wasn't in the chat room all that much.
Ah, well.
Well, now you got a bonus.
Here we
Now you
are.
get to be live with us. What kind of advice are you seeking today, EO?
Well, the thing is, Rafe. So I actually wanted to get you guys' take on what would be more controversial. So obviously, you guys were talking with that teacher that ended up resigning because of her OnlyFans account. I
Okay.
couldn't remember what part of Missouri it was, but
St. Clair.
it got me curious about what would be more controversial for a side gig. Would joining OnlyFans be a controversial side gig, or would joining a network marketing company like Amway or Avon be more controversial?
Okay, good question. So EO's question for the listening audience is, recently a teacher was fired in St. Clair for having an OnlyFans. He wants to know what we think. What would be more controversial? Starting your own OnlyFans or joining some sort of pyramid scheme like Lululemon, Amway, or Lula Rose, whatever, Herbalife, one of those companies that all your friends from high school who married the wrong person get into. So let's get into that. I'm going to start over with Rizz. I believe I started with Moon and Lern before. Unless someone has a strong opinion, feel free.
No. Well, I think it's easy here. I've never Joe'd to an Amway product. So.
That's a good point.
Speak for yourself, pal.
Listen, everybody needs toothpaste, right? So, what is Amway, right? They sell like soap and stuff, candles. What does Amway sell? Does anybody know?
No.
I don't think anybody knows.
EO, what does Amway sell? Sorry, say that one more time, buddy.
I'll give you another example of a network marketing company. A company that I used to be a part of. It's called Usana.
EO, did you call to try to sell us some stuff, man? Because that's going to be a real
Is this
bummer.
a pyramid
If this is
scheme
all.
call?
No. I'm just giving you a description of what it is. Okay.
All right, make it quick.
It's basically just nutritional supplements, milkshakes, skincare products.
Okay.
You know, hey, that kind of. So Amway would probably sell the same thing, basically.
All right.
To me, more controversial is Amway.
Yep, that's definitive on Rizz. What do we got?
Yeah, never Joe'd to Amway, so.
Yeah, I agree. To me, OnlyFans is a consensual thing for both the person purchasing as well as the person providing. So, you know, you're signing up for OnlyFans, whatever content creator you're following, you're getting that. Whereas pyramid schemes and other things, like people are getting screwed out of something or winding up into a situation where
somebody's getting screwed either way. Am I right?
Hey,
Zinger! Hey, glory hole.
Oh. That's what it's high too?
Yeah, that's all I can get. My fingers are like sausages. I can only get 2 through there.
3.
I'm surprised at how fast you guys are just putting your fingers through. I don't know what's been through these glory holes already.
Well, I do, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would say my opinion on this is, look, if I'm going to buy a milkshake, EO, I want it straight from the teat. You know what I mean? The only way to get that is OnlyFans. So I'm going to have to say I find Amway and pyramid schemes more offensive. It sounds like it's unanimous. Moon?
I think it's only a matter of time before we see Amway on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If it isn't already there. There's a crossover.
Also, Hot Avon Lady does sound like it could be its own OnlyFans, like a very niche thing.
You're right. You know what? I'd like one caveat here. I would like to exclude Mary Kay from this because they give the winner of Mary Kay a big, long, pink Cadillac to drive.
Leave her out of this.
I leave Mary Kay out of this.
Yeah.
She did nothing to nobody.
And Ashley. All right, EO. Thanks for the call, buddy. We appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you, fellas.
All right.
What were we even answering there?
I don't know.
Whether OnlyFans or Amway was more offensive.
I think there's a lot of misinformation involved.
He worked for Amway, you
But
guys.
it's all good.
I think EO was actually trying to sell us a timeshare in Florida, but we cut him off at the pass. All right. Who else that needs advice? Feel free to call in. The phone lines are open. I'll check the chat while. Let's see if we got anything in the chat that's worth talking about.
People are chatting and asking questions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got a lot going on.
Let's go.
Hey, I
Someone
need
says-
advice. How do I see the chat on my iPhone? Do you turn it to the side or how do
Yeah.
I never know how to
Must
do
you
it?
be on the
Oh,
app?
here we go. Got a new call coming in. Hold on one second.
But hey, this is our first time, guys, so I think it's going well so far.
Yeah, I mean, everyone says it's a disaster in the chat, but you know what? I'm having a good time. So,
How is
Definitely
this
the
a
longest that
disaster?
I've sat on a toilet.
I don't know. I
Not-
feel like it's going pretty good. Honestly, it's going way better than I thought it was going to go.
What's a disaster about this?
All right, you're live with a very fluid and flawless show, the number 2 show, Shitty Advice, and you hung up. So,
Great.
It's going great.
That being
Killing
said,
it.
Going great so far, guys.
going great so far.
It's
I really
wild we
love
haven't
that my
done this
phone
before.
apparently does not get service in here, and that's what we use to do this. So let me scroll through this. Feel free to talk amongst yourself. Rafe Williams, are you getting a new phone after this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I gave out my real cell phone number. All right, we got a call coming in, guys. Yay. All right, you're live. Don't hang up. What can we do for you?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, guy.
Doing good, man. Feel free to stay anonymous or give us your name if you like.
Nah, this is Team Rizz member Lee.
Hey,
What's up, Lee?
Carpenter on Saturday night. Carpenter in the Walrus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
All right, yeah, you recited a full poem for us Saturday night.
It was cool.
Yeah, they had a couple of them on there, and I learned them for some stupid reason. But who knows? It was a good time.
All right. Well, what's your question, man? What do you need advice about? Clearly not memorization.
No, I don't need advice on that. On that note, that was a pretty good prize you guys had on Saturday night. How could somebody, get close to winning that sort of thing? What was her secret?
That's your question for us? What was her secret? All right. For those of you listening, we had a... all right, let me rephrase it. Hold on to your hat, Lee. Hold on to your hat, Carpenter. Lee's question is, we had a party Saturday night, a Halloween party, $5,000 grand prize. The winner won. How does one go about winning a prize like that? Which I think seems obvious, but I'll go ahead and put it out there for the forum. Guys, what do you think?
Have a great costume that wins.
All right, Rizz says have a good costume that wins. Guys, you have any follow-ups for that?
No, she killed it. I mean,
It was a decibel. It was that particular one. Weren't you guys measuring decibels?
oh yeah, it was decibels.
Yeah.
That was a crowd volume. Simple crowd volume.
Yep, it was as fair as could be. There was a decibel measurement of the crowd cheers for
I
costumes.
know what to do. He's got to bring an air raid siren with him.
So, yeah, maybe that's the key, dude. Bring
Holy
some
crap.
sort of electromagnetic pulsating device that will set off a decibel meter to a higher degree than someone who actually worked on their costume.
That is a great.
Let me rephrase this so I understand. Bring a great costume and a bunch of friends.
There you go. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Great costume, bunch of friends, and scene.
Great.
Next
Yeah.
question.
You
Next
know what?
question.
Wait a second. You know what? That's actually a good idea. The next time that happens,
not bad.
If you know it's from decibels, then you basically stack all your friends, find
Oh,
out,
yeah.
see if you can do a little undercover investigative reporting or
Right.
whatever, and find out where the decibel reader is. Stack your friends near that and bring an
Yeah.
air horn.
Love it.
Yeah. Or
Guaranteed-
have a costume that emits a very loud sound.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point. Good point.
That's true. If your costume was a living air horn, you'd probably do pretty good. All right, let's see who we got. This seems like
Interesting
someone
thoughts.
I've already talked to, but let's find out. All right. I feel like I've already talked to this person. Who am I talking to? Hello?
It's a ghost.
Jackson Frank, whoever you are, get a new phone, dude. You're calling me from a Cricket flip phone, and it sucks, and you've called 3 times, and it's been nothing but silence on the other end, so I'm hanging up. You there? One last chance, and no. Let me go to the chat. Feel free to call, guys. We're going to take 1 or 2 more calls, and we're all getting the hell out of here. We're going to Golden Corral, and we're
Yeah.
going to eat away our misery.
You know, today is Chip Beef Wednesday.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, dude. It's Chip Beef Wednesday.
Chipped beef. Oh,
I don't know what that is.
that sounds like stage 4 baby food.
All right, I got a question for the chat. Let's answer this from Jeremy. After a night of heavy drinking and an 8-ball back in NYC, what was your TP of choice the next morning?
Good one.
We know you've been there. Don't try to lie. We all know how it comes out. Laugh emoji.
At that point, oh, this is a real question?
That's a real question from the chat.
Whatever's available, honestly, whatever's on the spool. Back in those days, you could afford probably 1-ply Scott tissue.
Yeah. You spent all your money on the 8-ball, so you're
Yeah,
probably wiping
yeah.
with the cardboard roll, to be honest.
Yeah, so whatever works.
All right, let
you
me
know.
try this Jackson Frank one more time. Here's your chance, and I hope I didn't just out you on national YouTube of your name. Hello.
I'd like to be on the number 2 show. You don't mind?
Yeah, you're on the number 2 show right now.
Right.
Who am I talking to?
Killing it.
By the
This
way, I was
guy-
a Charmin girl.
Stop
I just
calling.
wanted to get my opinion about the toilet paper.
New call. Hello. Hello?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
hey.
Hi, you're live on the number 2 show
Well,
with the Rizz
hi.
crew giving shitty advice. What can I do for you?
Heck yeah. I wasn't sure if it was an answer machine, but I was wondering, with all the potlucks going on, I know Rizz hates potlucks, but if you're invited over to a house and you need to bring a dish, what is your dish of choice?
Oh, good one.
All right. Question for the listeners out there. Rizz hates potlucks,
Yeah.
but if you have to go to a potluck and you have to bring a dish, everyone, what is your dish of choice?
Man, so chili is always good. So here's what I do if I have to go to a potluck. I make sure I bring something I like, so I just eat that.
Yeah.
And then lie to everybody and go, dude, your chili was so good, or man, great cornbread. And I'll just strictly eat my own thing.
Very on brand.
Who brought one Maine lobster? I don't know, but it's good. I can tell you that. All right, dynamic duo on my right. What's your go-to move for a potluck?
madam.
I'm a dip queen, so like I'm doing like the buffalo chicken cream cheese dip, or like an artichoke dip, or even like just a simple chip, like what is it, dill dip, like just making that homemade because I know how to
man.
do that. So chips and dip, always a win. Yeah, love it.
I am a dip prince.
Yes.
And my princess, or I'm a dip king, and my queen makes the greatest buffalo chicken dip, like you said, and like this weird some other dip. So I'm bringing all dips, and I'm just eating that the entire time. Dips
time.
and chips. You have to bring your own chips. I do like the scoops these days.
Oh, yeah.
I was anti-scoop for a minute there, but yeah,
Are
chips
you,
and chips
are
and
you
dip.
eating everybody else's dishes, or are you
Oh, yeah.
pretending
No,
like me?
I think you hit it on the head, man. I don't touch really anybody else's. I will try something that I know is like pretty easy, maybe like hot and cooked, but I really won't try all the cold stuff so much. Unless they got those, what are those little things? They're like little miniature toasts with some kind of crap and cheese on them.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
What
about?
Yeah,
are
they're like
those
little
called?
cheeseburgers.
Yeah, what do you call those? Rye something?
They're just like, yeah.
You
like
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
like
what you're
rye
talking
bites
about.
or something.
They serve those at DB's.
Whatever those are, the little rye bread things, I have a weak spot for those. So I will try randos.
Yeah, that's like Velveeta, right? Like Velveeta's on that.
Yeah, I
and-
don't know. Like some Rotel crap or something.
Dude,
It's just like a
can't go
slop or
wrong with
something.
the Rotel. You can't. And Rotel
Yeah.
doesn't sponsor this podcast.
Yes, sponsored
Okay?
by Rotel.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't. They do sponsor most of the shits I take, but they do not sponsor this podcast. And we all know I'm bringing raw dog pork steaks. I'm gonna make people fire up the grill, take over the party, make it uncomfortable for everybody. That's just how I roll. Let's answer that question. We got bring your own thing and eat it. 2 dip queens.
What
raw
about
dog
mini
pork
hot
steaks.
dogs swimming in barbecue
Yeah,
sauce?
queen.
Dip queen.
You can't
I love
really.
it. That was actually helpful.
You're welcome. And when all else fails, a little Smokies.
Little Smokies, that's what they are. Yeah.
Little Smokies through the
Oh,
glory
wait.
hole. Hi to everybody. Hi to Little Smokies.
Glory.
All right,
dip
peace
those
out.
in
I
the
hope that
buffalo
helped.
chicken
Enjoy
dip.
your next potluck. We love you. Bye. All right, we're going to take one more caller. Who's a lucky caller going to be? And then we're going to get the hell out of here for this Rizz Show number 2 live stream. So far, I feel like, watch out, Dr. Phil.
Dude, we're killing it, guys.
Yeah, we are crushing this.
Killing it.
Nice column. I had somebody, St. Louis Fire, trying to call in. Feel free to call me back. And the other guy who's been hung up on 3 times, stop.
Stop.
I'm
Stop.
looking directly into the camera.
Stop
Stop.
calling.
Whatever prison phone you're calling me from, whatever. I'm sorry you used your commissary money to try to call into this show. I am grateful for that.
Hey, so you're saying the St. Louis Fire Department's trying to call?
It seemed like they might be.
Well, you know why? Because this advice is fire, and
That's
they're
right.
calling to see. They're calling to see if they need to put it out.
That's right. That's
In
right.
fuego.
St. Louis Creve Coeur Fire Department is across the street from Hubbard, and they're like, we heard there's a 4-alarm awesome advice going on.
The
in your
flag is
building.
in the parking lot. Yeah.
They're on standby.
Meanwhile, let me look at the chat. Nobody's calling in. Maybe everyone's like giving up. I'm not really sure. Jessica says, I can't call, but I'm a single female and seem to only attract married/unavailable men, even though I let people know I am capital N-O-T into that. How can I remove the married man magnet from my ass? What do you think? Lern, I'm going to start with you. How do you get a married man magnet off of one's ass?
Gosh. I guess stop being so damn cool. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. Like, where are you going that there's tons of married men or unavailable men? Like, where are you looking for a potential date or suitor? So, I mean, are you running in a crop of just people that are all married and maybe people are being inappropriate and like crushing on you or whatever? So I love that you're not about that and you are making a stand for yourself. But I mean, there's nothing, that's their problem. That's not necessarily like your problem. It sounds like you're doing the right thing by not engaging in it. But I want you to find some single people. So but I don't know where they exist. So I don't really have good advice.
Maybe it's happening at work. I have some guys and gals that are friends that as soon as they stop trying so hard, they find what they're looking for.
Right.
So maybe that's what's going on. But maybe it's not. Maybe you're not trying anything and people are just on you because you're awesome.
Right.
Who knows?
Rizz?
I think you should start an OnlyFans.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
we're getting into some fun.
No married folks will find you there.
I think you start an OnlyFans and really just put yourself out there. I mean, all yourself out there. And get yourself a rich guy, somebody who tips you very high. Start with some private shows, just take it off OnlyFans and then see where it goes.
Feet do well, apparently.
Yep.
Feet do well.
And I say open yourself up to a throuple. Never close yourself off to being part of a throuple. It's in right now. Gen Z loves it. You might love it too. Good luck, Jessica. I'm going to take our final call. Who's it going to be? Your live final caller for Rizz, number 2 show, Rizz Show Edition, Shitty Advice. What can we do for you today?
Hey guys, what's up?
What's
hey.
How you doing?
Good, man. Feel free to identify yourself or contain your anonymity. That's up to you.
All right, my name's Tim Lane. I watch you guys all the time.
Cool.
Actually saw Rizz at the zoo with his family when he was on vacation a while back.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man.
Here's my question.
Okay.
A few years ago, actually, it was the first year that we had the XFL play. I was sitting on the south end of the field, and Jeff Burton was sitting not too far from me. And I was with my son, and I didn't say anything. That was the first time ever. Now, when I spoke out, when I saw Rizz at the zoo, he was very nice. But then my girlfriend said something about me outing him. Now, I regret never seeing Jeff because I'm 52 years old. I used to live in Jeff and Tom show.
Okay.
But you guys, I know Rizz doesn't like introducing himself to anybody really in public that he knows, but
Okay.
where do you go from there? I regret.
What's your actual question here, bud?
How do you handle public? If you guys are in public, do you like when
How do
people
we
come up
feel
front?
about being addressed in public by people
Yeah.
when we're out with our families?
I like to be addressed as
Yeah.
Your Majesty.
Okay, here we go. Rizz wants to be addressed as Your Majesty. If you didn't do that, first mistake at the zoo, especially in front of animals. There's a lot of power dynamics happening.
Animals, and my family. So just.
Yeah, he was talking about bears.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw you at
loves
the
bears.
I saw you at the polar bears,
All
right?
I did was say, I hope the Rizz family's enjoying the zoo today.
Rafe, ask him if he was the guy near the polar bears.
Were you the guy near the polar bears, I'm guessing?
Yes. I was
Yeah,
down
dude,
here
I remember
with
you.
all the-
Remember
All
I
right.
said leave me alone?
Or I'll throw you in with the Bears.
No, was I not nice?
Yeah, no, I think he said you were nice.
He said you were nice.
All right, good.
He just
But
said
his-
he wanted to know he said his wife got on his case. For those of you at home,
Oh no, I
he
was,
saw Rizz in public. He had seen Jeff in the past. Didn't speak to Jeff.
no.
Felt like he missed that
Always come up and
opportunity.
say hi, please.
Yeah.
All right, Rizz likes to be told. You have to call him Your Majesty, but he likes for you to say hi.
Yeah, and then if you want me to talk to you, you got to give me $10.
There we go. So always keep a 10 crisp.
Talk for 10, picture for 20.
That's right.
Also,
There you
I'll
go.
take Venmo and Zelle.
Or you can prove that you subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Zell
and
me.
He technically owes you that.
Yeah, like, we know some people that aren't like super cool, talking to people out in public. But as a show, all of us are super gracious. We're just happy to be doing what we're doing. So anybody that wants to appreciate that in any reasonable way, obviously, like don't take the fork out of my mouth at dinner and
Right.
say something or whatever. But like no one's ever been unreasonable. No one's ever been uncool. I got to feel. I mean, I don't know about your kids, Rizz, but like. My kids aren't super stoked with it all the time, like stopping or whatever, but like I assure you, and I always tell them that we're just thankful to be doing what we're doing, and we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So like, I would say just approach anybody. Like you never know when you're going to get the chance, and you said it perfectly when you were talking about Jeff. Jeff was out enjoying himself, and Jeff, more than any of us, more than anybody I've ever known, loved being stopped and talking to people that appreciated him. So go for it, man. Go for it. If it doesn't go well, move on. It's all good. We're all as a show super thankful. I hope I'm not speaking for
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah,
in a
Rafe
bad
will.
way.
If you ask Rafe nice, he'll give you a piggyback ride.
I will.
No. Okay.
And
All right, well,
feel
I
free if you see me out in
appreciate
public,
that.
kiss me on the lips, because I actually am very lonely. And
And you love spreading herpes.
And I do. Yes, I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. Because what better way to raise awareness than to give it to as many people as
There
I
you
possibly
go.
can.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's what we're about here at the Rizz Show.
It's a disease
So
of
if you
love.
see us out, pucker up
No.
and get a non-curable, non-life-threatening disease. That is how we do things around here.
Thanks for coming. Have a canker sore.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Here's some Oragel and some
Yeah, every
Valtrex.
3 months
That's
it
right.
flares up. No big deal. Just a reminder of our meeting.
This actually came up in our last HR meeting. All right. I hope that answers your question, bud. Feel free to approach any of us, but Donnie Fandango will swing on you. Know that. Know that Donnie, you have to approach him slowly and never from behind. Never, ever.
And don't look him in the eyes, or else.
Yeah, don't look him in the eyes, or he will swing on you. And he actually is a black belt in Krav Maga. A lot of people don't know that. So, all right, bud. Thanks for calling, man.
It's a little goofy looking, so I just have a hard time looking at him in the eyes anyway.
All right, I didn't hear what you said, but I'm hanging up anyway. All right, I think that Nick, there's someone named Nick who was trying to call in real hard. If you call in the next 10 seconds, we'll take one more. Otherwise, I'm wrapping this
Gotta
shit
get
up.
out of here. I'm gonna pop a hemorrhoid. I've been sitting on this toilet.
Yeah,
so
I gotta
long.
poo, man.
All right, everyone's got to poop. That's it. We're done. Don't call. And if you do call, I will not answer.
No, let's do this again. I think we could streamline this, right?
Well, I thought it was perfect
This
the
is
way
great.
it is.
This is great. Hey,
Hey.
first one in the books, guys. Good job.
First one in the books. Thanks
Super
for
fun.
calling in. Hopefully you saw it. We don't really know. If not, this has all been an exercise in futility. But otherwise, I hope that you've enjoyed the very first live stream of the number 2 show. Big thanks to my coworkers, teammates, best
Yeah,
friends.
and-
High two through the holes.
And thanks to the crew that's sitting in the sinks over there in the bathroom.
right.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
operating
yeah.
everything from the bowls.
thanks
And, thanks to our sponsor, Amway.
That's right. And Rotel.
And Rotel Dip.
Today's unofficial sponsors, Amway, Rotel, and a timeshare in Boca Raton. Until next time, this is the number 2 show. I'm your host, Rafe Williams. Bye-bye.